What have I learned since I started until now in BPO? Give me a second. Mom, what have I learned until now in BPO?
Why are you asking me that?
So, hi, good morning, afternoon, evening.
Or midnight? Why not? And what was the need to make an introduction like this? And who are you? Don't you remember we agreed that I will be in your videos to make a little entertaining sweetheart? Oh, sure. Well. So, Abigail, what have you learned until now in BPO? That what I learned about BPO is the first thing that we need to know about this. The meaning of business process outsourcing. Business process outsourcing? Business process outsourcing, yes. And I know this is just the top of the iceberg of what we will learn in the coming months, and that will be much more. But I think it's an interesting industry to work in. And you can also improve your English and improve your skills. And for that, it's very common to level up here, and obviously it's depend of your performance and your desires to grow up here. BPO can help you to grow up, and that's interesting. Okay, tell me more about this. What do you know about this? So, now I'm gonna explain a little bit about this. BPO is an industry where involves contracting a specific business task or operation to a third-party service provider. Companies often outsources non-core functions such as customer support, human resource, accounting, and more to BPO services. BPO can be categorized in a lot of types. For example, back office outsourcing. It works internally in a company, like administrative operations. In the case of front office, it's when you work in a customer service or service support, but handle calls to a customer, solving problems, sales, and much more. Offshore outsourcing is the practice of higher business tasks, but in different countries, and it makes global expansions, and it is positive to the industry. And BPO can solve different business needs. Well, so tell me 3 examples of what words you learned and you remember now. Outsourcing, it's like hiring another team or company to do some of your work instead of doing it all by yourself. For example, Coca-Cola. When you have a problems with Coca-Cola, you don't call directly with Coca-Cola. It's a company who inbound calls of Coca-Cola's customers, right? It's a business strategy. And in the case of contact center, the difference between a contact center and a call center, it's in a contact center you work but answer questions or problems with a customer, but in message, emails, or in a social media. It's other kind of it's other kind of communication with a customer. But in the case of call center, it's directly with the customer, like calls and solve problems and a lot of this. And I said in the other piece of the video. But in the case of difference between BPO and KPO, KPO is um, specialized with people who know about something specific, right? It's like, I don't know, for example, a lawyer maybe, or an engineer, and something like that, no? But in the case of BPO, it's something easy, for example, and it is not required to have a major or something like that, no? And it is curious to me that it is growing so much globally, because it's cheaper and more efficient to outsource to countries like India, the Philippines, or here in Colombia. Why? Because you can, for example, in United States, salaries are higher than here, no? So with the money, with this money in USA, you can pay for 2 or 3 people to work here, and it is cheaper. And 3 persons working in these areas at the same time costs more efficient. So, Avi, thanks for teaching me a little with this. You're right, it's interesting. And we practice a lot with other features of how is a conversation with a customer in a call center. Hello? Hello, I can hear you, baby. We are the same person, but that's not matter. Don't worry about this. Goodbye. And other thing that it is important to save your voice in a call center, because it's your biggest tool that you use. So I learned about other things, but we are out of time. So goodbye.